Hey, what's up guys, this is CPC, aka the Programming Cuber, and today I have a review of the QiYi Thunderclap. So this puzzle is the successor to the QiYi Bullfight, which actually was not a very popular cube, mostly due to the fact that more people got the new island Phoenix, which is an exact reproduction of the Bullfight. However, QiYi had actually not released the Bullfight yet, but they had the designs, and somehow New Island got a hold of them and produced them themselves. I won't delve too deep into this controversy in the first part of this review, but in the second part I will definitely go more into it. I did not particularly like this Bullfight cube. I got it in the form of the Phoenix. It was a bit too slow, and overall it just wasn't too great. So I'm interested to see how this cube will compare. You can buy this puzzle for $9 at TheCubicle.us. It is a 56mm puzzle, making it just slightly smaller than a regular 57mm puzzle. Although it seems minuscule, it is actually slightly noticeable. The stock stickers on this puzzle were very similar to Moyu shades, which I found quite interesting. I've since replaced them with my preferred set. One interesting thing to note about the stickers is that TheCubicle recommends 54.5mm Fengshu stickers, which sounds way too small. However, if you take a look here, the sticker actually fits perfectly on the centerpiece. However, it is a bit small for the other pieces. Now, I believe the reason for this is because the corner cutting holes are so large, you have to actually get the stickers smaller. TheCubicle might come out with better fitted stickers for this puzzle, but for the moment this is the best you can do. It doesn't affect solving that much, so I wouldn't worry about it. The turning of this puzzle is quite interesting. It is ultra smooth if you just turn one way. However, as soon as you start solving or doing algorithms or anything like that, it actually feels slightly blocky. Now, I'm not exactly sure why this is. It may have something to do with the mechanism that I'm not really seeing, but for some reason it feels a little blocky. However, it is super smooth and quite fast. Corner cutting in this puzzle is pretty standard. It's 45 degrees regular and just about 3/4 of a QB of reverse. This puzzle doesn't really lock up unless my fingers catch on each other, and it doesn't pop at all either. The mechanisms of the Bullfight and the Thunderclap are quite similar. Of course, overall the Thunderclap pieces are smaller because the entire cube is smaller, so just ignore that factor. If we take a look here, we notice that there is something interesting going on here. You see that there's a protrusion here, while there's only a dip here and no protrusion again. Which is kind of interesting. Maybe that's part of the anti-pop mechanism. They've also ditched the track on the edge, which was right here, and now there's no track there. Otherwise, the basic shape of these pieces are pretty similar. They have also beefed up the torpedo a little bit. The corners are also virtually the same. On the Thunderclap, they did make it dip down a little farther here, which may help with corner cutting. The center pieces are also mostly identical, although I do notice that this bottom plate here on the Thunderclap is thinner than the one on the Bullfight. Now, one strange thing and kind of annoying to note about the Thunderclap is that the center caps are nearly half of the piece, instead of being just a cap. As you can see, this entire thing is the center cap. While on the Bullfight here, you see, it is just a normal center cap like that. So my overall verdict on this cube is this. Although it seems to check all of the categories, overall it just is not that great of a cube. Yes, the price is good, and the turning is fine, and the corner cutting is good, and it doesn't lock up and it doesn't pop, but once you put all of those factors together, it amounts to a decent cube at best. I kind of like the feel. It's a little too blocky for me. But overall, it doesn't compare to other cubes such as the Oolong or the Hualong. All of these other newer cubes from companies like Moyu are just so much better. They're smoother, faster, have a much less blocky feel. I would say this cube would only work for beginners to early intermediate solvers. Even like late intermediate solvers entering into the advanced stage would probably not enjoy this cube. It's just not that good, and I'm not really sure why. Because if you break it down into all the individual categories, it seems like it should be a really good cube, but it's not. So would I recommend this cube? Probably not. Even to a beginner, to advanced, to an intermediate solver, I would say just skip over this cube, get a different one. It's just not worth it. So we are now entering into the second part of this review where I'll mostly talk about the controversy surrounding this cube. It's not exactly a big controversy. I'm calling it a controversy only because I don't have another word for it. But mostly there's just some weird stuff with copyright and patents and whatnot with this cube, so I just want to go over that. Now, the original cube, Bullfight, the original Bullfight cube here, this is actually the New Island Phoenix, but they're the exact same thing. So, QiYi, they had gotten the design done for their Bullfight cube. Now, I don't know how this happened, but somehow New Island gets their design, and they started producing the cube illegally without QiYi's permission. And then QiYi released their Bullfight. So it seems like QiYi knocked off New Island, but once you delve deeper into it, you actually find out that New Island knocked off QiYi, and they just added a bag and some weird pamphlets about some kind of promotion. I don't even remember, but they threw in a couple extras and bumped up the price from, what, $8, something like that, to $15. So I kind of regret getting this cube now as the New Island Phoenix because I just spent way too much extra money, but whatever. I didn't actually know about the whole knockoff thing yet, so I just got the Phoenix to be safe, which is ironic because actually I bought the knockoff. So now here's the really weird thing. This new Thunderclap, in the packaging they had a bag, and it was the exact same bag. They're exactly the same. They're literally the exact same thing, except this one says New Island, and this one says Mofonga. So, I really don't understand why QiYi would suddenly put in their own bag. Actually, this one is smaller. Why the QiYi would just copy New Island's bag. I'm not really sure if they did. It kind of seems like it because the Bullfight didn't come with a bag. From the unboxings of the Bullfight I've seen, the Bullfight doesn't come with a bag, but the Thunderclap does, and it's the same bag. So I don't know if they wanted to be like, hey, well, New Island knocked off our cube and just put a bag in there, so why not produce for our new cube, just put another bag in there so we can match them, and maybe we'll get the sales this time. And of course, New Island didn't end up knocking off the Thunderclap, but I don't know what their logic was, but it seems that they knocked off New Island's bag this time. Now, the stock stickers, I mentioned earlier in the review that they were very similar to Moyu Shades, and they were actually almost identical to Moyu Shades, which I found really, really strange. I mean, now he's going after Moyu. Moyu didn't do anything. I mean, I don't know what shades came on the Bullfight originally. I mean, actually, I think the Bullfight was only in stickerless originally, and the shades are eh. But now the stickers are like Moyu Shades. I really don't understand. So maybe QiYi knocked off Moyu stickers. Not really sure about that one. It is pretty weird though. So that's all I want to talk about in the second half. I just wanted to give an explanation about this whole controversy, copyright, whatever thing going on with QiYi. And yes, QiYi, most people pronounce it QiYi. It is pronounced T, so if you guys want to go over how I said that and learn how to say it correctly, that is how you say it correctly. I strive to say it correctly, but sometimes it just comes out as QiYi because I hear QiYi so much from other YouTube cubers who don't know how to pronounce it properly, so they just say QiYi. So it kind of slips out sometimes, but I try to say T. It's a little hard though. And some people might not even understand what I'm saying when I say T until they read the letters and realize, oh, she's talking about QiYi. Anyway, so that's about it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'd like to give TheCubicle a big shout out and a thank you for sending this cube to me. You know, even though obviously I didn't really like it all too much, it was really kind of them to send it to me. So thank you to them, and click all these links over here because these links are cool. Click links, End Slate links, yay. Alright, I'll see you.